Homer dozed off at his workstation, accidentally causing a citywide power outage in Springfield. Wendy and Carl began poking him with paper clips to wake him up, but somehow the paper clips got stuck in Homer's throat. So Carl had to reach into Homer's esophagus and pull out a string of paper clips.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, you don't want to go to the hospital at 5 o'clock on a Friday.
Woohoo!
Just then, Mr. Burns' voice came over the intercom announcing that the nuclear power plant would undergo testing. Supports those who failed the test would be fired, and alcohol was considered a controlled substance. Homer's furious roar was deafening, cracking the pavement, toppling statues, and even turning the museum into a giant banana peel. This also affected a passerby. When work hours arrived, the company began the testing. Homer clenched his fist, praying to pass the test. The doctor drew a blood sample from another person. The test results showed his blood was filled with radioactive substances. To avoid paying millions of dollars in litigation damages, Burns called an emergency company-wide meeting. He unveiled his brand new fleet of robots.
Comic-Con nerds!
These robots would take over everyone's jobs. They could serve as doormats, provide massages, and even play movies. Smithers was fired on the spot. However, Homer somehow managed to stay.
Nice parking, idiot.
He became the last employee at the nuclear power plant. Homer greeted his colleagues as usual, but no matter how loudly he shouted, the robots ignored him.
I said, am I right? Am I?
Free from the constraints of employees, Homer began to indulge himself. He rode a chair carelessly and accidentally collided with a robot. So Homer tried to repair it, but the robot exploded. Looking at the control panel on the robot's back, Homer had a sudden idea. He assembled a baseball team using the robot.
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Bart and Milhouse also wanted to join.
We cannot take the inferior one.
Homer accidentally walked onto the road. At the critical moment, the robot pushed him to the side of the road. Homer was stunned, and the entire baseball team sacrificed themselves. To commemorate them, Homer cremated the robot's remains. He returned to the garage using a drill to repair the next batch of robots. Though what he didn't know was the instructions had been altered. They wielded chainsaws, charging toward Homer with claws outstretched.
Son of a... Why did you do that?
Eliminate impediment. Eliminate.
Just say kill me, jerks!
Kill him. Kill him.